All right, Matt, thank you very much. Just the start of things here in San Antonio as Manu Ginobili has just hit a three-point field goal to give the Spurs two and getting blown out. And we know every game is a different game in this league.
And it's a game of adjustment, especially in playoff basketball.
Ginobili with his second three gets off to a hot start.
Well, that's one thing.
Played a couple of years for the Spurs. This is his fifth NBA team. And here's Michael Finley, who's come in, backing up and hitting in the regular year. Here is Bibby finding an open space in and out. Crashing the boards was Thomas. And here is Parker. Parker against Brad Miller. It's Dina. So Parker challenged. And Eagle Longoria checking the replay up on the top, making sure that Tony Parker is all right. Going over the limit on fouls with that last one by Jason Hart.
I knew you were going to get Eva's name slipping up shot. He's facing the basket and taking Michael Finley a couple dribbles, baseline off the dribble.
Biggest lead so far of the game for the Kings. Bruce Bowen hitting a jumper, and any points you get from because 9 of their points have come on the break. Here on nearly a minute remaining. Parker, stop and go. That's very.
Right now, Sacramento has a little pep to their step.
And a bad pass by Wells, picked off by Parker. Playing for the last. Here's Tony Parker, leaves it for Ori. Ori fires a three, and that's what the playoffs are about for Robert Ori. And as was Thomas, he was three inside and could not hold on. So the Spurs putting pressure on here in the second quarter. Robert Ori hitting his run by one. Bonzi Wells picking up for Ron Artest. Manu Ginobili from the corner.
You guys get a chance, dude.
Good defensive play by Bruce Bowen. Nothing new there. Here is Nazir Muhammad with the shot. So Nazir Muhammad, who had... Knowing your history, Reggie, started in Rochester with the Royals. They won a title in 1950, went to Cincinnati. And for the Cincinnati Royals for many years. And there is Manu Ginobili hitting a three. You can tell when he gets...
He played in Portland.
Portland, yes.
He'd come off the bench. Big six-man for the Portland Trailblazers in their early glory years with Rasheed Wallace, Scottie Pippen, David Stoudemire.
Barry. And the Spurs. Dynamite from three-point land. 8 threes at number 1. They have 8 already. Abdul Rahim missing the long rebound. And here's Parker with Brent Barry. Barry puts it through. And the Spurs
in the second half. But you know San Antonio is going to go down to Tim Duncan at some point in time.
Yeah, you know the onslaught is going to come. Tim Duncan scoring only 6 points, and now he has 8. And Tony.
I got a chance to talk to Robert Ori leaving Natano, and he just told me it's not a sense of urgency. They just want to come out and play a good second half. They want to eliminate the Kings' fast break points and offensive.
Bonzi Wells chalking up his 3rd personal foul, the first player in the game to get 3, and Ginobili now. So the Kings missing a couple of opportunities on the fast break. Here's Manu Ginobili with the basket and the foul as well. What about the...
This is why, because you have 2 guys like Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker who like to run, who like to get out on the break, who can make exciting plays and finish like Manu does. So people are misconcepted when they say that they...
A 59-56 game as Manu Ginobili with the free throw, 59-56 to score. And a half couple of shots after a very successful 5 for 7 first half.
Well, I like him being aggressive, but, you know, Brad Miller hit that 3 right before half. So, Jalen, you know, at halftime, we're not worried. We can turn it on and off when we want.
On the deflection, 2-on-1 break, and Nazir Muhammad. That came with the foul. That is his 3rd.
Well, at least they're doing something.
Foul on Kenny Thomas, but Manu leading the way for the Spurs here.
Nice little slashing drive right here. Definitely being able to attack. See, Brad Miller has to be able to slide his feet in the open court. There's not a lot of players in the league as good as Manu. Great finisher, especially when he gets to that left hand, dude.
Loves the physical play. Doesn't mind. You mentioned he hit that 3, and that's been his only basket. 1 for 7 for Brad Miller, and the Kings need a lot more from him. 5-point lead for the Spurs. Inside, Duncan nestles the ball.
Where they're most dangerous on the fast break with Tony Parker leading the break.
Deflection. Bonzi So now with the Ginobili and Parker and Duncan not having to do everything, it's a different club and a wide open team. Here's Manu Ginobili hitting inside the three-point arc. 23 for Ginobili, and that's how they do it. Parker.
So guys collectively are going to have to be what we call on a string. Move their feet and play together on the defensive end.
Gibby on Parker. Parker penetrating, faces a double team, puts it up after a fake. How do you stop that? Minutes tonight.
Well, I'm looking on the floor for San Antonio, and you have no Manu Ginobili and no Duncan. Who is there to double? Just stay down and stay in front of everybody.
And Parker gives the Spurs the lead again. Right now, Duncan and Nazr Mohammed here. Ginobili. That's with the basket. And
Antonio.
3-point lead for Sacramento. 9 on the clock. Getting close to 4 minutes remaining. And the basket will count. Tony Parker gets hit as he drives. Gets the hoop. And a chance for the...
Parker, one of the most exciting point guards in the league. But he is not fast enough to stay with him. And he's not low enough to the ground. You see the quick first step by Tony Parker. Great balance, way to use, making the body contact and keeping his length at a disadvantage.
Both teams are over the limit in fouls. Barry gets through as he swings it.
He is due. He had a great game, Mike Bibby, but we all know he's known for big shots.
And a runner by Parker, giving the Spurs the lead. Down by this many, maybe even more with this much time remaining. Here's Finley. Finley hitting the big basket. Two-pointer.
Foul quickly, and you make it a free throw game.
1 out of 2. And Manu Ginobili in three-point territory, driving against Hart, and open is Barry. Gets the three. Barry with a three-point basket that popped up from the 20.
And Dick, that was a misdirection play right there, because right there, Tim Duncan did a good job. Mike Bibby had his head turned, and all Brent had to do was feel like he was going in and go to the short corner for a three. A misdirection play.
College ball at Syracuse. Small team out there. Here's Ginobili, sneaks in. Made a fake, he snuck in. Under 3.5 to go in the first overtime session, and Bibby threw it away right into the hands of Ginobili. 2-on-1 break. Parker converts.
The elbow. Never want to foul a jump shooter. They teach you that growing up behind the arc.
Ginobili 7 of 10 with one more key that popped up and went through with 4 seconds left to tie the game. Manu Ginobili is here, and the Spurs up by 4 with the ball. Duncan setting the screen for Ginobili, who goes in, gets the basket and the foul. How many million
goals? Are you going to show hard? Are you going to make him go north to south? Are you just going to hard head? But Sacramento has not found a way to solve anyone in the pick and roll. There ain't even no one near him when he comes off the pick and roll.
You know what? We've used the term knifes his way in. I think he's reinventing that term, Manu Ginobili.
And you're letting him go to a strong hand as well. Maybe it's a
122 to 117. 120 to 117. 3-point game.
There you go. Show hard.
Rasho Nestorovich spinning his way to a big basket. 1:15 to go, and now 80%. And they've increased that. Made most of them. Better than it was after game 1. And remember, they're going to have Ron Artest back when the...
Yes, they do.
But Rick Adelman said they wanted to do, and that is their mindset is going to be better going 11 out of 12, and that'll do it. 128-119. The Spurs take a 2-0 lead.